speaker, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, and many more colleges. He is currently building Study Life and Nirvana Hyderabad. Today's topic is working session design and present your product. I request Mr. Sai Ishwar to share his insights upon the topic.
Good afternoon, everyone. Everyone comfortable with English, Telugu? Anyone with Hindi? Hindi, anyone? Anyone Hindi? Where are you from? Where are you from? Sorry? Which state? It's Hyderabad. Okay, okay, fine. Sir was mentioning there are few students from other states also. I thought, who are from Bangalore? From Bangalore. Can anyone help me in briefing out what are the things you learned till now so that I can start from where you have stopped? Can anyone brief? Take the mic. No worries. No worries. You need to take the mic. Hey, yeah. What is this? Okay, just to make you guys comfortable, I'm not that senior. I'm 20 years old. I'm not that aged guy. But there is no beard for me. So I've been a speaker at various IITs. The notable ones are IIT Bombay, Delhi, Madras, and then Hyderabad, and then all the state colleges of Hyderabad as well. This is my almost fourth visit to this cinema. Just to make you guys comfortable. I just don't want to share PPTs and then chapter report on my myself. Since even I can relate what kind of situations you face sitting there. Because 2 years back, I was also a person listening to all the sessions. So let's try to keep these things very simple. You can be very brutally honest, very brutally personal as well. I can be very much personal. I can share my journeys as well. See, why I'm saying all these things is because startup is not only about building a venture. It's only about building mindset, building a personality, building self-consciousness. Startup founder చేస్తున్నారంటే business success అవుతుంది అంటే it's not only about business, it's about himself also. Himself అంటే ఏంటి? Personal life, all everything, parents, relations, friends, and whatever, all stuff. Can anyone help me with like be quick? Anyone? ఇప్పటివరకు ఏమి చెప్పండి అంతే.
Okay, so 4 days and today's work. So we started off with design thinking to see how we need to think of the problem first, how we should have the customer, trying to understand what the customer wants to have, and we focus more on problem analysis. So we have to analyze what the problem exactly is. And only once we understand the problem, then we move on to the solution part, building the solution, and we also learned about how most startups fail. A bunch of things were discussed over there, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Then building the prototype and aim towards funding and how do we pitch it to funders.
Clap. Are you all working with your ideas now? Do you have any ideas? Yes. You already started working on it. Okay. So I believe you have implemented all these things till now. Let's try to understand. Can anyone say why Byju's failed applying all the concepts till now?
We probably tried scaling up too fast, invested way too much money, and they got too much losses. They couldn't manage that extra scale.
So basically, it's a mass scaling. So instead of focusing on the financials, they have like rapidly scaled, expecting a. Basically, they try to increase the valuation in short term, we can say. Because there are many startups who are in the race of increasing the valuation. Let's say Lenskart. They have probably valued like hell. No, it's basically there can be various things out there. Might be investors' pressure. Maybe investors are seeking heavy returns, and maybe founder itself is also looking for an exit. But at the end of the day, see, there are again two types of founders. One founder who is looking at an exit angle, a founder who really owns the company, who really want to know long term. He doesn't started that company in terms of earning money, he started it with a problem. There are two kind of founders. You decide which category of. There is nothing wrong in having two, three these things. Because at the end of the day, we all need paisa. Everyone need paisa. Yeah, paisa was basically. Everyone need paisa. Paisa paramatma. Money can't buy happiness. These all look very fancy and good in the stories, but in reality, money is happiness. Okay, there is some basic fulfillment. Sorry? Yes, obviously. There are some basic necessities only money can fulfill. So, Anta అయిపోయింది, everything you have learned. So, have you figured out how you want to present your idea? How you want to present your idea? Anyone has some suggestions like how they want to present their idea? Okay, so you have hardly 1 minute to present, let's say, which is called as elevator pitch. So hardly you have 1 minute to present. So what all aspects you think you can cover in that 1 minute? Start with the problem and solution one. Next. Validation. Okay, I will come to that. Next. Market space one. Next. Huh? Impact and revenue. Service and feedbacks. Pain points. Revenue model. Next. Target customers and cost estimation. Okay. Next. Hey guys, why are you sitting there? Hi. Afternoon, morning, evening, night. Come friends, man. Why last benches? This is AC house, na? You will see. Come faster, girl. Okay. Anything else?
Logistics and supply chain.
Huh?
Logistics and supply chain.
Logistics and supply chain. Okay, that will basically come under revenue. Okay. Profit margins. Okay. ఇంకా చాలా నేర్చుకున్నాను 3 days నాట్ జోక్ sorry innovation so let's try to sum up all these things in 1 minute whatever all you have said basically you have 1 minute or hardly 2 minutes maybe let's say to impress whoever in front of you because first impression is the best impression right how do you start. Have you seen Shark Tank? There are few pitches which makes you really remember. Any pitch you can say which you remember from Shark Tank? Flash pitch, okay. Anyone? Huh? Scrub Daddy is US Shark Tank, yes. Any? Why you remember that pitch? Any pitch you remember from that? Sorry? Port Life, okay fine. Any other pitch? Can you say the reason why you remember that pitch? Founders why? Okay. How you got that why? Okay, basically how he presented himself. Okay, next why did you like Scrub?
Got rejected and it became a very big hit in the market.
Okay, he got rejected and became a unicorn. That's why you remember that thing. Okay, fine. Next, any I said ఓదకపోయా పాపం పడుతున్నాడు ఎవరు నదన
జోగటం
I have a lot of patience hell lot చెప్పండి Skippy okay again from Hyderabad fine why did you like it you like the Skippy box
లైవ్ రికార్డ్
okay tier 1 okay she has a very interesting teaching.
She had a fancy face.
Okay, works. Okay. Next. मैं अमन को जब तरेवा करना don't intimidate me like that. You remember that place anyone? Okay. No, not hammer. Okay, hammer is also fine, but I was looking at a trending reel in which one girl says don't intimidate me like that. Okay, fine, works. सब कुछ चलता है धंधा में प्यार मोहब्बत सब कुछ चलता है okay so I think you have got a brief idea on let's say whoever has watched Shark Tank you know how important it is that to attract investors or whoever is listening to your idea. Because you remember only these few pitches, despite of all hundreds of pitches to whatever you have heard in Shark Tank. So though your idea is very much great, very much wonderful, fantastic, blah 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 blah, you need to present it very well in the short time. There might be chances where you can also reconsider them outside, but again, don't try for the worst case. You have got the opportunity to present yourself. I will talk about 1 minute elevator pitch first. First 15 seconds. In the first 15 seconds, you need to mention about your problem. First 10 to 15 seconds hardly, not more than that. 10 to 15 seconds you should focusing on your problem. In the next 10 seconds, 5 seconds you keep it as buffer in everything. I will just say 10 to 15 or 15 to 20, something like that. So next we have 15 to 30 seconds, or let's say 15 to 25 seconds, you need to focus on your solution. And then 25 to 40 seconds or 30 to 40 seconds, we need to focus on the unique proposition you are providing. The unique proposition, how you are different. And then the next 10 seconds, you need to present your competitors, or else market opportunity is also fine. You can shift this either ways. Next, first after saying market opportunity, you can say competitors, or else after competitors also you can say market opportunity. Both things is fine. And then on a closing note, you need to mention why you are the right fit. Probably with your background or the kind of R&D you have done, whatever stuff you have done. These things makes me the right fit for solving this problem. I tell 60 seconds. Are you done in 60 or 70, something like that? 50 seconds you are done? 60 you are done, right? Why you need to present yourself? Yeah, 5 seconds is buffer. 5 seconds is buffer. Anything else you want to add more? Just చెప్పండి మన యాడ్ చేయాలనిపిస్తున్నాను మీకు. Anything? Solution? That is comes under uniqueness. In that thing you need to mention that. Target audience. Okay. Yeah, solution we can combine. Profit, yeah. See, if at all it is that's why I kept that 5 to 10 seconds buffer. If at all that is a revenue making startup, you need to talk about a little bit of finance, a little bit. That in the last financial year we projected this much, and we are expected to project this year this month. That's all. Because anyhow, after someone likes your idea, he will talk about your finances. Because when you look at Shark Tank also, they will not pitch the financials first. They pitch about their idea. Because anyhow the discussion for investment goes on with the financials. Anything? Any suggestions? Sorry? Another advantage again, this will comes under uniqueness itself. Uniqueness itself says that you are unique. Or else you can mention that thing in a competitive advantage. Who are doing, why they have failed, those things you can mention. Anything else? And we'll now cover this step by step. What you need to talk in these seconds. See, first thing, when I mentioned problem, in that problem, what you will do, same the ChatGPT, whatever it gives. India is the largest country, it's a diverse country, there are a lot of learners here, all are seeking digital learning. So that's why I want to build a digital e-learning platform. This is the problem I am solving. Is this the right way? Then what is the right way? Anyone suggest? What is the right way? Open with the question. It's one time. Next. Starting with the who? Okay.
Yes or no?
Sorry?
Yes or no?
Yes or no is right question here. Next. Answers అన్ని మీ దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి. నాకు ఏం చెప్పట్లేదు. Because internal గా మనిషికి అన్ని ఆన్సర్స్ తెలుసు. Start with data. Okay. Everything మీకు అన్ని తెలుసు భయ్యా. మీకు జస్ట్ ఆ మూమెంట్ లో గుర్తుకు రావాలి అంతే.
State a fact which shocks the audience.
చెప్పండి ఇంకా. See, there can be various types of pitching. You need not to be fixed with only వన్ కేటగిరీ ఆఫ్ పిచ్చింగ్. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఈ స్ట్రక్చర్ చెప్పాను, అందరు ఇదే ఫాలో ఇదే చెప్తే ఇంకా మీకు యూనిక్నెస్ ఏముంటుంది? దట్స్ వై యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్. Start with
the fact which shocks the audience.
Start with a fact of suspense, excitement, or you can say. Okay? See, చెప్పినా ఎప్పుడు గుడిగా నమ్ము. మీరు మీ టచ్ యాడ్ చేయాలి. మీ టచ్ అందులో యాడ్ చేస్తేనే ఏదైనా వస్తుంది. ఇంకా ఓకే, ఇంకా అర్థం కాలేదు. టచ్ అంటే డిఫరెంట్ టచ్ యాడ్ చేయాలంటే ఒక సేమ్ డ్రెస్ ఉంది భయ, ఇప్పుడు నా మీద ఒకలా ఉంటుంది, వేరే మీద ఇంకోలా ఉంటుంది, ఇంకోటి మీద ఇంకోలా ఉంటుంది. డ్రెస్ అయితే ఒకటేగా, మనుషులు మాత్రమే మారదు. ఓకే, ఫిజికల్ ప్రోడక్ట్ అయితే షో చేయదు. ఓకే, దట్ థింగ్ విల్ వర్క్, దట్ థింగ్ విల్ డు లిటరల్లీ. ఓకే, ద థింగ్ ఇస్ దట్ as you mentioned, someone mentioned, mention a book, or you can say, what do you mention? Question. Okay, you can start with the question. Hi Charles, have you ever faced this some XYZ problem? You have, I think, కొన్ని పిక్చర్స్ ఇనే ఉంటారు, ఆ క్వశ్చన్ తోనే స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారు. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా ఫేస్ చేశారా? ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు ఆలోచించారా? అది తర్వాత there are few pictures where they start with a story. I came from this rural background and then I faced this problem. Story. Either two ways you can go. Or start with the book. So majorly these three categories. Basically Punjabi pictures basically they start with books. If at all that one Gaburu something, there was some picture I guess. Gaburu champ or something. Basically, more of the Punjab startups. Yeah, Gaburu, they start with very energy and hooks and all these things. There are three things. Funny story, narrate your story, relate with the problem. Your story ante a problem ki meeku edaithe story undo express. That is one thing. And start with the question or else or ivanni or మూడు గా తీసేయమని చెప్తారులే. These are all or story or question or book, anything. These things you need to complete in 10 to 15 seconds. Okay. Next level. Next problem is the next time, next seconds. Solution. Okay. See, solution lo kuda first thing I have mentioned, you need to mention the solution, then you need to mention the uniqueness. Okay. ఇక్కడ what we can do is to just leverage time or maybe వేరే దగ్గర ఏదైతే కాంపిటేటివ్ మార్కెట్ అనాలిసిస్ ఇవి ఉన్నాయి కదా, వేరే వాటికి మీరు టైం ఎక్కువ కావాలి అని మీరు అనుకుంటే యూ క్యాన్ క్లబ్ సొల్యూషన్ అండ్ యూనిక్నెస్. ఎలా క్లబ్ చేయాలి? ఇప్పుడు మీరు కొన్ని రొటీన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ తీసుకోవాలనుకోండి. లెట్స్ సే యు ఆర్ సాల్వింగ్ ఎన్ ఎట్టెక్. ఇన్ యువర్ ఎట్టెక్ there is a chance that anyone working in edtech ideas మీద రన్ వర్క్ చేస్తుందా? ప్రాబ్లమ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఎట్టెక్ ఎవరైనా తెలుసుకురా? ఫ్యాషన్ టెక్, ఫిన్టెక్ ఎవరైనా తీసుకురా? ఎనీవన్ హెల్త్ టెక్? ఓకే, మిగతా మరి ఏదైనా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు? ఎంటర్ప్రైజ్ టెక్, ఏఐ ఎనీవన్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ఏఐ? Okay, see. Okay, I will go with the fashion tech. Okay, fashion లో చూస్తున్నాం. See, నేను fashion లో చూసుకున్నట్టుంటే సొల్యూషన్ ఏముంటుంది? క్వాలిటీ, ఇంకా స్టైల్, క్వాంటిటీ. ఓకే, క్వాంటిటీ, స్టైల్, క్వాలిటీ, ప్రైస్, ఇంకా ట్రెండ్. ఓకే. Okay, see. Someone who you are pitching up is not that yellow. Okay, ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఫ్యాషన్ టెక్ ఐడియా తీసుకొచ్చారంటే you know that ఫ్యాషన్ టెక్ లో ఇదే ఉంటుంది. ఈ ఫ్యాషన్ టెక్ లో బేసికల్లీ యూ కెన్ క్రియేట్ ఐదర్ బై డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్. మీరు మంచి మీకు ఆ రా మెటీరియల్ సప్లయర్ తో మంచి కనెక్షన్ ఉన్న ప్రైస్ తక్కువ చేయడము, ఆర్ సంథింగ్ బెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది అదర్ థింగ్స్. మీ ఫ్యాషన్ టెక్ ఐడియాలో మీది స్ట్రాంగ్ ఉందా లేదా అనేది మీ ఫైనాన్షియల్స్ లో కనిపిస్తుంది. దట్స్ ఫర్ ఫ్యాషన్ టెక్. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ మీరు can't create lot of uniqueness where you can discuss much upon this uniqueness. మీ యూనిక్నెస్ గురించి డిస్కషన్ పెట్టొచ్చు ఇక్కడ ఫ్యాషన్ టెక్ లో. ఇట్ ఓన్లీ క్యాన్ బి మోర్ ఆఫ్ అన్ మీ ప్రైజెస్ ఎలా తగ్గించాము, ప్రైజెస్ ఎలా మార్జిన్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేసాము, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ హౌ యు హావ్ క్రాక్ ద డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్, ఆ మార్కెటింగ్ ఎలా చేస్తున్నారు, కన్స్యూమర్స్ దగ్గరికి ఎట్లా రీచ్ అవుతున్నారు, వీటి మీద ఎక్కువ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయి. అవునా కదా? దీని మీద ఏం క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు మీరు? మేబీ మెటీరియల్ చేంజ్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, అది యూనిక్, ఒక సెకండ్ అయిపోతుంది. అది వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఎకో ఫ్రెండ్లీ మెటీరియల్ అయిపోయింది కదా. ముందర చూసినట్టు మనీ ఏదో కాదు అని తెలుసు కదా. లేదు సార్ మన ఇక్కడ స్ట్రెచ్ చేయొచ్చు బాగా, ఇది లూజ్గా సార్, ఇది మా యూనిక్నెస్. ఓకే, ఇది ఆంగ్లమా? పంజాబ్ మహారాష్ట్ర So from where you want to meet device again? You understand this? Fashion. English. What's the Chhatrapati Prabhas laga untundi English? Ignore. Because there is a funny incident happening in my school where they want me to convert Telugu dialogues into English. They may choose that Chhatrapati one step forward. Sorry, okkaru. Asi one step undustundi. That much habituated I was to the dialogue. Can I repeat the dialogue? What's that? That is good. I am making myself Bharakar. That's right. Yeah, what are that person go with this person go with that person go with his father's husband, come on to rule again and again. One step forward. Don't try to make memes or snaps. Media ideas sir. Okay. చెప్పాలి కదా మీరు. Okay, so coming back to the topic. See, maybe it's solution uniqueness, whatever I have mentioned at timelines. Solution or timeline, I have mentioned it. Solution and uniqueness, I have given set of timeline. There, if at all you want to leverage some time in some other segments, whatever I have mentioned, competitive, market, or some other aspect. If at all you need time there, more amount of time, you need to cut down this time. How you can cut down is basically it depends upon the problem or whatever you are solving. Let's say if at all you are into fashion tech, how you can create some uniqueness in the fashion tech? It's either in terms of quality or some price or the amount of production you have, something like studio. These are all can be completed in 10 seconds or hardly 5 seconds because the opposite person, whoever is sitting, he knows basic fundamentals. Will you say our uniqueness is this loose hands, this loose waist? All these things you will say, no, right? You also know that for a fashion tech, the real, what do you say, uniqueness or the ability of a startup leverages only with the financials. What kind of revenue they are making and how they are distributed. Either they have completely this revenue through the offline, online or whatever stuff they have made. That's why the dual advantage is less. Got it? Fashion techno advantage can be seen only to the financial. Like that you have various sectors have different kind of ideologies. Suppose you are an AI. Let's say you are building something in the AI stuff. Your uniqueness should be lied in the technology. Okay, you can discuss lot more about the technological aspect in the solution. Suppose let's say now you are building some lovable kind of thing, okay? Lovable kind of thing you have built and you are pitching to the investors. Your solution lies in, okay, let's say you will say we are building websites. We are building white coding websites. Okay, that's fine. That can be completed in 2 seconds. which are all the competitors are doing the same thing. Emergent and then Electric, all these things are doing. You have ample amount of time to focus on that technical uniqueness. How you are different from them. I mentioned 10 to 10 seconds for solution, but here hardly 2 seconds it will take. Because here uniqueness plays very much important. Right. And there are few sectors where solution as well as uniqueness they need to be equally distributed, something like healthcare. So it depends upon the category of sector you are choosing also. Can anyone say what sector, what you are working on? Then we can discuss more about it. Because it's very much important, healthcare. Okay, what idea you are working on?
Actually, healthcare, it will detect, it will show veins. మన హాస్పిటల్ వేస్తే మన ఎమర్జెన్సీ ఇట్లా ఉన్నప్పుడు నాకే తెలియదు.
బాబు నువ్వు ఈటీవీలో ఉన్నావు ఇక్కడ బాబు ఇక్కడ బాబు ఇద్దరు ప్రిన్సిపల్ సార్ చూస్తారా
ఢిల్లీ నుంచి కూడా చూస్తారు సార్, ఢిల్లీ నుంచి చూస్తారు.
ఇప్పుడు హాస్పిటల్కి మనం వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మెయిన్ గా మనం ఏ చిన్న సర్టిఫికేట్ అయినా ఎమర్జెన్సీ అయినా కానీ ఫస్ట్ వెయిన్స్ అంటే చిన్నదాన్ని కూడా ఫస్ట్ మన ఇంజెక్షన్. సో దానికి మెయిన్ గా మనకు కొంతమందికి వెయిన్స్ కనబడదు. నాకే చూసుకోండి ఇప్పుడు కొంచెం వెయిన్స్ లైట్ గా కనిపిస్తున్నాయి. కొంచెం అంటే నేను పేషెంట్ అని కాదు, కొంచెం అది మాట అంటే ఇప్పుడు
ఇంకో మైక్ ఆఫ్ చేయాలి. ఇంకో మైక్ అది ఆన్ ఉందా?
ఇంకో మైక్స్ ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి కదా.
నీ దగ్గర ఉన్న మైక్
సో ఇట్లాంటి స్కిన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు కొంచెం అంటే మన డార్క్ స్కిన్ పీపుల్ ఉండొచ్చు, ఇంకా బర్న్ స్కిన్ ఉండొచ్చు. సో వాళ్ళకి కొంచెం అది ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం. సో దీనికి మన దగ్గర ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ ఏం చేసేది ఏంటంటే వీన్ విజువలైజేషన్. సో అది ఈజీగా లొకేట్ చేస్తుంది మనం ఆల్రెడీ
కంప్యూటర్స్ ఉన్నారు, అందరు ఫారెన్ నుంచి ఉన్నారు. అంతా మనకి ఫారెన్ అంటే ఇక అడిగేది ఇంపోర్ట్ అయ్యి దాన్ని స్టార్ట్ చేసింది.
Okay. So they are basically solving on most people cannot see the veins, right? For any saline or whatever injection, they look for veins. But sometimes there are various situations where they cannot look at their veins. కొంచెం దిగిపోయింది అనుకోండి. సాయిరామ్. ఓకే, సో ఆ సాయిరామ్ అనకుండా they want to solve that problem. Okay, so they are mentioning that their competitors are already exist in US, same kind of solution they have, but they are making it in India. So here typically there is not much of innovation, it's only about the pricing. They are cutting down the price. Made in India and they are making it affordable for the India. So here they need to probably focus on more on the financials because they have the same product. It only depends on how they have distributed or how many customers they have reached. That's all can show the clear picture because whenever an opposite person knows that this already exists, he probably looks at only financials. Okay. Next, income. Anyone? You want to share? Anyone? Any?
Actually,
manager
in Kerala there are more than 3.5 migrant workers. So migrant workers, yes. Migrant. So they will travel from one place to another place. Mostly they are uneducated people. So yeah, whenever they visit hospitals, they lost their health records. So and they are unable to say their previous health history to the doctor. So it is one of the major problem in our country. And what we want to solve is we don't have any health tracking system. So we want to create a centralized system for tracking our health records, where each and every user have unique health ID, and they will be provided a health card. It's like a health passport. So whenever they go to hospital, they carry it, and doctor scans it.
Can I stop you once?
Yeah.
So here, when you listen to his speech, he mentioned that you will have the card. Okay, then he started again explaining why how that card is useful. They need to carry and those things we need not to mention because card make a carry is discussed. This thing will cut down your time. ఇవన్నీ మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు అన్న ముందు ముందర చేతి పెట్టి నోట్లో పెట్టుకుంటాము ఇవన్నీ కాదు ఓకే
So yeah, that's how our idea.
ఏంద్రా చికెన్ చికెన్ ఛాన్స్లేదు
మనీష్ మైక్
Yeah, and mostly, for example, ఒక పేషెంట్ డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి చూపించుకుంటే so by scanning the health card they can able to access all the health records and previously ఏ టెస్ట్ చేయించుకున్నారు so it will reduce the duplication of tests so same test repeat అవ్వకుండా ఉంటాయి it can able to save government's money and our money as well. Existing solutions is above. Yeah, it is different slightly from us because it will only store the test details, the test details like that. But our idea is to store the complete health records. Doctor will write prescriptions, right? So they store it in these health records, and another doctor can easily access.
Okay, you got it right here. How you need to manage.
అయిపోయిందిరా అదే మైక్ దాని పని అయిపోయింది ఛార్జింగ్ అయిపోయినట్టు ఇంకో మైక్ తీసుకోండి బ్యాటరీ కూడా తీసేసాడు మన కాలేజ్ మీద ఏమనుకో
బాబా వినిపిస్తుంది నీ మనసులో మాట వినిపిస్తుంది ఆ మైక్ అక్కడే పెట్టుకున్నాం మైక్ మనసులో
ఏడేసిన డ్యాన్స్ చేసిన మనసులో మాట వినపడుతుందంటాను
ఏదో చెప్తుందిరా మైక్
లైవ్ లో వస్తుంది మనీష్
ఓకే ఇగ్నోర్ దట్ సౌండ్
సార్ ఒక్కడే వస్తుంది
Okay, we have done with the solution and uniqueness. Where you need to focus more on solution, where you need to focus much on uniqueness, where you need to blend both. That is that. Next. Next level. Competitors or market. Okay. Depends on your this thing. Now let's say no the healthcare idea, whatever he has mentioned. See, depends upon your flow. Solution లో మీకు ఎక్కడైనా మీ ఫ్లో లో కాంపిటీటర్ ఫస్ట్ చెప్పాలనిపిస్తే యూ కెన్ సే ఫస్ట్ కాంపిటీటర్స్. ఒకవేళ లేదు మీ ఫ్లో మీ కంట్రోల్ లో ఉంది ముందే డిసైడ్ అయిన అంత కరెక్ట్ ఉంది అంటే గో విత్ ద మార్కెట్ ఫస్ట్. యువర్ విష్, ఇట్స్ అప్ టు యువర్ చాయిస్. ఇప్పుడు ఆ ఫ్లో లో కాంపిటీటర్ చెప్పే అబ్బా అబ్బా అదే అబ్బా అనేది చెప్పేశాడు కాబట్టి ఈ కెన్ ప్రైమరీ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ కాంపిటీటర్ నెక్స్ట్ అండ్ దెన్ ఫాలోడ్ బై మార్కెట్. ఓకే, సో కాంపిటీటర్ వచ్చేసరికి దేర్ యూ నీడ్ టు పిక్ ఓన్లీ వన్ ఆర్ టూ యువర్ మేజర్. మీ కాంపిటీటర్ అనాలిసిస్ చేస్తే చాలా మంది ఉంటారు, బట్ మీరున్న లెవెల్లో ఎవరెవరు ఉన్నారు. సపోజ్ లెట్స్ సే యువర్ వెరీ ఎట్ బేసిక్ లెవెల్, యూ నీడ్ టు పిక్ అప్ టూ. వన్ ఈస్ మీ సెక్టర్ లో సేమ్ సిమిలర్ విధంగా గ్రో అయిన పెద్దది, గ్రో అవుతున్న పెద్దది, అవుతున్నది అయిపోయింది. ఎందుకు ఇది ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంటే గ్రో అవుతుంది స్టార్ట్ అయింది అనడానికి వాలిడేషన్ ఏంటి అంటే ఈ సెక్టర్ లో స్కోప్ ఉందని ఒకటి వస్తుంది. దేర్ ఇస్ ఏ గ్రోత్ రైజింగ్ అవుతుంది. ఇంకోటి స్కేల్ అయిపోయింది అన్నట్టు చూడండి, మీరు మార్కెట్ చెప్తారు కదా ఇది $100 billion $50 billion అని చెప్పి, ఆ స్కేల్ అయిపోయిన కంపెనీది వాట్ ఎవర్ ద కంపెనీస్ రెవెన్యూ ఇస్ దేర్, ద స్కేల్డ్ కంపెనీ, మేకింగ్ ఇట్ యాస్ ఎ బేస్ రిఫరెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద స్కేల్డ్ కంపెనీ రెవెన్యూ, యూ క్యాన్ ఎస్టిమేట్ ద మార్కెట్. See, many internet sources will say blah blah things that this one edtech is $100 billion. That's on ground. It's completely depend upon the companies, whatever in the sector, their revenues or whatever it is there. Okay, now AI is there. Recent a few months back, you heard about AI bubble. AI bubble is coming up. AI bubble. Why AI bubble is coming up? Because they have increased valuation like hell. Since OpenAI is not yet profitable, but still their valuation is like rising. Okay, so you cannot estimate the market only based upon the FOMO. Okay, you can estimate only with the existing competitions and how well they are performing, how much revenue they are generating. Okay, through this aspect you can figure out the valuations. One is growing company, one is already growth company. They have like achieved a certain range point, a saturation point they have reached. Okay, works. अर्थमैंदा समझ में आया बीच में मैंने तेलुगु बोला समझ में नहीं आया तेलुगु वाला समझ में नहीं आया हिंदी में हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश तेलुगु वाला ओके ना हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश ओके ఓకే బాగా అంటే లాంగ్వేజ్ నేర్చుకుందామని వచ్చారా నా నుంచి లేదంటే జాపనీస్ I only watched that Korean web series. Konnichiwa? Japanese?
BTS.
We don't put a
OG movies.
OG movie. Amo. Ashiro was. Okay. ఎక్కడ ఆపినావు
OG movie.
ఎక్కడ ఆపినామా డాక్టర్ పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ 1 or 2 మేజర్ కాంపిటేటర్స్ వీడు ఒక్కడే సౌండ్ ఉన్నాడు మొత్తం
అందుకే ముందుకు
I think he understood every participant was staying with you guys. Okay. So major competitor 2 enchukal. If at all you are revenue making startup I mean pitch cheste, if at all you are revenue making, then you need to primarily focus on the one major thing. You need not to focus on the growing stage, starting the seed level startups or some extent of growing startup. You need not to focus. If at all you are revenue generating, that likewise you need to do the competitor analysis. Next comes is the market. Market also I have said right. Based upon the competitors' revenue, you need to say very fair number, very fair number. And whenever, if at all you are a revenue making startup, let's say, if at all someone asks you projections, okay, in the market opportunity also you can mention your projections. Let's say edtech is $100 billion value, and then there's something called as SAM zone. Okay, have you discussed this? Total addressable market, service addressable market, obtainable market. Okay, so you need to focus on where your opportunity lies more on. That is basically so service obtainable market. You need to focus on that aspect. This thing we need to capture in this upcoming like timeline, maybe 3 years, 5 years. We want to project ourselves in 5 years. We want to become a 500 CR company or something. All these things. Okay, that is the next competitor market next. Why you are doing? That is basically who are you. Or else before that, what you can say is you can say your future plans, like how you want to grow. Or else you ask some funding or whatever. If at all you are asking funding, where you are going to utilize these funds. Or else if at all you are not asking for funds, then you can say what is your future growth plan. In the next 3 months, we want to build the MVP and then we want to take the beta testing, and then probably in the next 6 months we will be launching our product. These are future plans you can say, and then followed by YB. It depends. You can switch both, or else it's up to your wish. And in between of that, manaki minor project. Whenever we are presenting this minor project, major project, and other sort of projects, we have a habit of From here, my teammate will continue. From here, this guy will continue. Don't use those phrases while pitching, man. From here, Ram will continue. Now, business opportunity will explain by Sham. Now, market opportunity will explain by Geeta. Don't use these things. Okay? Just if at all you don't mention your names also, it's fine. Okay? They know your company name. That's more than enough. Then later on, we can discuss more about your love stories, your parent stories, and all these things. Got it? Can anyone pitch now? Take 5 minutes of your time. Ask ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT. Use these prompts. I am going to Shark Tank. I have given them one minute of your time, 1 minute of time to explain my idea. First, if at all you have brief structure of whatever I have mentioned, you can give it like give me the elevator pitch in this structure in under 1 minute, or else you can have a word with like have few interactions like I have elevator pitch like a Shark Tank. Suggest me how I want to start, like how I can start, and what is the flow basically. How you need to present yourself. You can ask those things to the ChatGPT. I don't know how many of you make it as a conversational chatbot use case, or just go and say, give me this, give me this. I don't know how many of you use ChatGPT like that. If at all you have a brief given about your idea previously itself, then it can give very good responses. But if at all you are directly going and asking them, it's no use. It's completely worthless. Okay? If at all you haven't given any structure to the ChatGPT, explain your idea. Say that we are going to pitch a Shark Tank. We have a 1 minute elevator pitch. Suggest me some techniques. Suggest me the flow of the pitch. It will give some suggestions. Or else if at all you want to go with my structure, you can just give the structure. I want this structure in this format: problem, solution, uniqueness. Then it will give 1 minute pitch. And if at all, as I mentioned in the problem, you can add the story or else who or else question. You can mention that thing also in the bracket. Whenever you mention problem in the bracket, you can mention that I need either the storytelling or else question or a who. This kind of thing you can mention. And in the note, you mention that my thing is a fashion tech or ed tech or health tech. Give some guidelines in it. Okay? Any doubts? Will take 5 minutes of your time. So 5 minutes would have. Choose a parallel. समझ में आया? They are saying देख के बोलेंगे चीटिंग करेंगे. क्या करें? क्या करो? क्या टैलेंट है? Cheating better than talent. They are saying cheating is talent. No, right? In Maharashtra, it's not right. In Telangana, they are doing this thing. Andhra Pradesh. Kakinada side. You know bombs? They manufacture that bombs.
bro.
Oh, Kakinada. Oh,
Kaja. Kakinada.
Sorry. There beside district, they manufacture bombs. And Israel bomb them, they only supply that bombs. That's talent. Sweeter. Hey, you give one bomb to me, I need to throw it on someone. The person is there, I need to throw on. This thing you will notice. This thing you will notice, okay? Now don't ask all these questions to ChatGPT. Ask what is it.
అరే అమ్మ ఏంద్రా నువ్వు ఏంది అప్డేట్ లేవు స్క్రీన్ కట్
ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను. ఇప్పుడే ఫోటోస్ ఉన్నాయి అప్లోడ్ చేయాలి. అప్లోడ్ అవుతుందా ఈ సెషన్ చేసిన సార్ అప్లోడ్ అవుతుంది.
మాకు కూడా వాటర్ తేరా ఓకే సార్ లైవ్ ఆపాలా